Hey guys, Abs here. I'm going to be taking you through a demonstration of our Bookmark Lover syndication system. Now, this is a social media syndication system where users come on board, they sign up to these accounts here, and we have an automated submitter. This is the submitter here, and the submitter will automatically make posts on behalf of other users. So you'll never post your own content to your own social sites, but everyone else will be posting for you. What this means is other users will also come on board and add accounts as well. So as you can see on Folked, we've got like 143 connections. Digo, we've got 156. Friend Feed, we've got 130, and continuing down. So Tumblr, Twitter, StumbleUpon, and all these other connections. There's 19 unique connections in total. We've only just introduced a few more, and what actually happens is when your computer starts up, guys, the submitter starts up as well. It works whilst minimized, so it doesn't cause you any problems, or you don't have to remember to start it up or anything like that. And what this allows you to do, it allows you to benefit from all of these connections here. In total, at the moment, we've got 1,378 unique social accounts in here. And it also allows you to benefit from things like Facebook likes, LinkedIn shares, Tumblr reblogs, Twitter retweets, Pinterest repins, and many more still to come as well. So I'm going to show you how to work with this. For anyone that's already on board or anyone that's already using the system, then we've made quite a number of changes here. So I'm going to show you how to use this now. So it is a good idea to follow along. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you one of my own accounts at the moment, one of my active accounts. So this is my main account here. As you can see, I've got a number of campaigns already created down here. And towards the top, it actually tells you how many submissions you received yesterday by others as well. Sorry, by others, not how many you have posted yourself. And it also gives you a total figure down here, total submissions you've received till date. Now this, if you delete one of your campaigns, then it subtracts from here. So this is only whatever tallies up down here between your amongst your campaigns. So this isn't going to reflect the true figure since you've actually come on board. However, this will actually reflect a figure of how many posts you received yesterday. So instead of having to go through each single one of them and having a look how many you received, it'll actually tell you. So if we have a look at this, okay, let's have a look at this post here. In here, I've got one called Abbas. And as you can see, it tells me where I've got my posts from. So to Delicious accounts, I've received 13 posts. To Digo accounts, I've received 17 posts. And actually come into these as well. So I can go into my posts here. So these are my posts here. One of them is a PDF. And I can export the results. And I can open up the results, guys, and it actually tells me what accounts have actually posted my content. And actually, I can actually go on them accounts and verify that the post has been made. It tells me the date that it was made as well. And what you'll see, the dates are the date and the timestamps as well are fantastic, because it's a gradual process. And obviously these are on, like, for example, we've got Folked, we've got Scoop It, we've got Tumblr, we've got Delicious, we've got Scoop It again, and we've got all of these posts down here that have been submissions down here that have been made for my posts. So that's fantastic, because they're all unique accounts. It looks like everyone's talking about you, and the system does actually build a buzz, but obviously it also distributes your contents as well. Okay, so this is my account here, guys. You can see my connections here as well. I've got 19 connections, and these are all my connections here as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you away and show you as if you're new to the system, and show you exactly how to get this configured and set up. So the very first thing we're going to do, if you come over to add connections, for example, and you try to add a blink list connection, for example. This is if you're a brand new user, then what you'll notice, it's going to have a notice down here saying that you're required to create at least a minimum of one campaign and add 2 posts to that campaign before you can start adding connections. So we'll go over to my campaigns, for example, and you'll click on create a campaign. Okay, there's one area that I forgot to note, guys. If we have a look down on my campaigns, you'll notice that we've got another area down here called create vote campaign. Now, creating a vote campaign is is different from a regular campaign. A vote campaign is, I'll actually take you into there so you can actually see. As you can see, we can add likes, so you can create Facebook likes, so to receive likes, or you can receive reblogs for Tumblr blogs, for Tumblr posts, sorry. You can receive retweets for Twitter tweets. You can receive repins for your Pinterest posts, and you can receive LinkedIn shares for LinkedIn. Now, for you to benefit from any one of these, then it's very important that you also have a connection added as well. So if you want to benefit from Facebook likes, then you must have a valid Facebook account in here as well. If not, the system's not going to be posting for you, and it's not going to be, or other users will not be liking your Facebook whatever you add in here if you haven't got your own accounts in there as well. The same applies to Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, you know, and whatever else, whatever any other connections that we have in here as well. Okay, so this is fantastic. I mean, I can click on here and it actually tells me I've received 10 Facebook likes, and I'll actually go through some of these because obviously this is a brand new process that we just introduced, but I'll actually go through setting everything up with you now on this new account. So over here, we're on create campaign. So this is the very first thing we need to do. So I'm going to call this test. And what this asks you to do now is what's the max submissions for each connections. Now what this means is if we have a look up here, guys, okay, add accounts. Now these are each connections, but obviously the connections are going to be whatever you got in here. So if you've got all of these added here, guys, and you tell the system here that the max submissions for each connection is, say for example 5, then what that will do, that will get you 5 posts from each one of these. So 5 submissions from each one of these, so it'll get you 5 Blink List, 5 Blogger, 5 Digo, 5 Delicious, and this will carry down, and this will be the setting for each post that you create within this campaign. So I'm going to set it up for you now and show you, and what you can do now as well is tell the system that the max submissions you want from each connection per day. So for example, I've got 5 here. If I tell the system here that I want 1, so what this will do, this will actually get me 1 submission from each one of the connections that I've actually got added, but obviously from others. Okay, so I could give it 2, and then this would mean every single day the system will actually go and try and get me 2 submissions from each one of the connections that I've got added. So let's keep this as 2, for example. So I've created one there, and now what I need to do, you can always come over here and click on edit, guys, and you can edit that over there, which is fantastic. And you can pause a campaign as well. So if you wanted to disable a campaign, you can uncheck the enable button, and what you'll see, you've got a strike through come through on there as well. I'll actually go and enable that though. Okay, now I want to go over to posts, 0 posts it says in here. So I'm going to click on create a post. Now when I'm creating a post, guys, there's a number of things you can do. You can, if you have in the settings section, if you've got the best spinner details entered in there, then the system will automatically grab spin syntax and communicate with the best spinner. I'll actually show you that in action now. So I'll do a test post here. I'll just go google.com and I'll go my test title, and we'll do my test body. Okay, and you can have HTML in here as well, guys, if you want, because we've just released a brand new update whereby if we're posting to a connection that doesn't support HTML, then the system will automatically strip that HTML, and if a connection does support the HTML, then the system will keep that HTML intact and let that go through as well. Okay, so I can click on spin title. Oh no, I haven't got my details in there, guys, because this is a brand new test account. I've actually got my details in this account here. Okay, so I'm not going to click on these yet at the moment because I don't have my details in there, and I'm going to. But it's very important when we are entering our post or creating posts, guys, that we use spin syntax. Now, let me just explain why, guys. Don't forget, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be posting multiple times to Blink List. Now, even though we're posting multiple times, and it's not going to be to the same account, and it's going to be to a different account. For example, Tumblr, as you're fully aware, or many of you might be aware, they actually provide you with a subdomain, which is fantastic. However, having unique content on these sites is very important as well. No one likes duplicate content. You know, Google penalize sites that have duplicate content on the same domain, and these sites are going to be no different as well. And well, they're going to have their own spam measures in place as well, whereby they're going to be trying to make sure that, you know, users aren't adding duplicate content. So it's very important that we add spin syntax as well. So I'll go and it's done in the same way as well. Okay, and you'd put your bracket and your pipeline, me. Obviously we want a good title in here. I'm just doing a test one in front of you just to show you how it goes. Okay, and then you can add your tags in here. Your tags are normal. You'll separate your tags by a comma, so you can have something like test, comma, post, test, me. Okay, and over here, guys, you can actually tell the system now the minimum amount of tags to use and the maximum amount of tags to use as well. So the reason we do this is to get some randomization into the posting as well. So over here I might say, okay, minimum tags is 1 and the maximum tags is 3. Now just to keep you in mind, guys, we're not allowing users to post more than 5 tags. So if you put the number 6 in here, then it's not going to allow you to save it over, guys. So please keep that in mind, that 5 is the maximum number of tags that you can have in here. And now coming over to your Twitter hashtags, guys, these are added when we make a tweet to Twitter. So you can also tell the software here as well what's the max number of hashtags to have. So you can have something like test, post, and just to keep you aware that when you have tags that are like, say, made up of 2 words, so like a phrase or something, then Twitter don't allow spaces between the hashtags. So say for example we had something like, say on here, one of our tags was social media. Now that's perfectly fine for a normal tag, but on Twitter we won't be able to do that. What we'd have to do, we'll have to go social media. So we'll have to have it as one word. And I can tell here the max tags to use at any one time is 2, so I'll either use test social media, test post, or post social media, post, I don't know, test. Okay, so I'm going to click on add post. So I've created my first post there. I'll create another post here as well. I'm just going to create something random. Okay, we don't even need no tags in there anyway. Okay, but what I'm going to do is go over here and I'm going to disable this now. Okay, I'm only disabling it so because it's not going to get worked on anyway. Okay, so as you can see, I've made 2 posts in here, guys, which is fantastic. I can actually add from an RSS feed as well. So I'll show you how to do this. I'll add it into... what you do is select the campaign first, where you want to add it. So for example, if we had another campaign in here, I'll just call this 2, and say for example I went into this here and I went to add RSS feed. As you can see, I can select which campaign I want to import the posts from the RSS feed into. So we'll go into test, and I've got a feed down here. It's very important that you put the HTTP in there as well. Okay, and I'm going to click on get entries, and when I click on get entries, what the software is going to do is going to communicate with that feed, and it's going to try and pull back the actual post down here. So as you can see, I've got 10 posts in this feed. I can actually click on a number of these here, and I can click on save feed, and what that will do, that will import them into here. So as you can see, they've imported them into there. I can click on edit now, and it's imported the details in here as well. Now it's very important that we actually go through the feeds. If we are importing from feed, we actually go through the feeds and we try and style the post properly. Sometimes you'll find some invalid HTML in there, sometimes you'll find a number of links inside of the post as well, and you don't want to be blasting these social sites with the number of links, so just keep the links to the actual URL, which will be fantastic. Okay, so anyway, I've got this disabled, so that's fine. What I can do now is I can actually go over to add accounts, and I can start adding my accounts. So I can add my accounts down here, for example, and blink list account connection has been added. I can go over to view accounts, and I can see that I've got 1 blink list connection in here. I'm going to remove this account because it's not valid, and the system's just going to disable it for me anyway. So anyway, I'm going to click on view accounts, and when you click on view accounts, it'll actually tell you how many posts you've made to the account today, the total number of posts that you've made to this account altogether. So for example, if we have a look at view accounts on mine, and we have a look at something like, let's say for example, Delicious, it actually tells me altogether I've made 315 posts to Delicious. I've made 10 posts to Delicious today, and altogether in total, since I've added this account, I've made 9 failed posts. Now that's a pretty fantastic number, 315 posts. That just goes to say that I've been making about 10 posts a day, so that's about 31 days. And that's how long we've had the system open for, about 30 days. So it's fantastic, you know, it's working a treat. It's certainly giving us the social signals that we need as well. Okay, so This is how it works, guys. You come along, you add your accounts. Now, it's very important, guys. I just need to make you aware again that this is still in beta. It's been in beta for quite some time now, well, for about a month. And we've had many changes and many improvements to this as well. So please come on board. But when you do come on board, then please make sure you add every single one of these connections here. The only difference, or the only thing to keep a lookout for, is, for example, blink list. Let me just go over here quickly and delete my blink list account. Oops, there we go. I found an error there already. Now what that is I'm trying to remove an account and it isn't allowing me to remove that account. Fantastic. So, well, not fantastic, but I've just picked up on a bug, so I can go and get that reported as well. And this is exactly what we'd love from you as well, guys. If you ever see a bug like that or anything of the sort, just, you know, quickly make a note in an email, send it over to us, and we'll be able to get that fixed straight away. Okay, so anyway, add accounts. Just keep a look at what it asks for. Username or email. So, for example, you've got username there for Yahoo. For example, it's going to ask for email. So just make sure you're adding an email when it's asking for an email, and a username when it's asking for a username. And when it comes to blog name for Blogger, when it comes to the Blogger connection, guys, it's slightly different. You've got your email and your password, and then you've got your blog name. Now, I'm going to pull up my Blogger account, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Okay, here I am. I'm on Blogger, and as you can see on Blogger, guys, I've got a number of blogs. So these are my blogs here. Your Blogger account might look different if you've got a brand new Blogger account, or I don't know what you're going to have. But anyway, so I've actually made a brand new blog called My Collections, and I'm going to click on that, and that's going to open up my my new blog that I've made. And as you can see, I've actually called it. Blogger allows you to enter a subdomain or you know, choose a subdomain for your new blog, and I've called this one Curation Freak. Which is, I don't know, something weird that I just come up with. But what the software is asking you for here is your blog name. So it's actually the blog title. So this is the title, my collections. So I'm going to copy this, and that's what I'd actually enter inside of there. And if I have a look at, if I take you back down here, you can actually see. Even though this is even though this is going over to curationfreak.blogspot.com, the actual title of it is My Collections, and that's exactly what you want to be adding into here as well, the title of your blog, and that's all, guys. Now, so it's very important that we add all of our connections in here, guys. We're going to be keeping this open again for maybe another couple more weeks. And obviously, if you're not adding your connections, guys, then please don't be disappointed if we remove your account. Obviously, we're not going to remove your account without letting you know, but we really are looking to test this system, and there's only a number of opportunities or a number of slots that we can give out for users to test, and we are receiving emails as well from users asking us to come in, but obviously you know, everyone that we do have on board, we really want you to, you know, be an active user and help us test this out. If not, it's just going to take us forever to weed out all the issues, but fortunately we've weeded out the majority of the issues now. So we've got 19 connections in total. We've got Blinklist, Blogger, Digo, Delicious, Facebook. We've got MySpace, LinkedIn, FriendFeed, Folked, Flickr, Newsvine, Pinterest, Scoopit, Skyrock, Sonico, Yahoo Bookmarks. This is so with Yahoo Bookmarks, you'll still sign up for a Yahoo account first. After that, you'll go over to Yahoo Bookmarks. So as you can see, if you just click on Set Up Account, that'll take over to Yahoo Bookmarks, and then you just enter your Yahoo email address and your password in here. We've got Twitter, Tumblr, and StumbleUpon, and we're still looking to add more as well. But obviously, we want to test out with these first. With the My Campaigns, guys. Let me with the create vote campaign. Let me show you how this works. Now I'm going to call this, for example, mine. Okay, and what this asks you, it allows you settings for every single one. So Facebook likes, what's the max likes that you want to receive? At the moment, we've got a limit on this, guys, which is 30. You can't receive more than 30 likes on any one of your URLs. And the reason we've actually added this limit in here, guys, is so that well, basically, we're waiting for more Facebook accounts to be added. As soon as more Facebook accounts have been added, then we can actually lift off these limits. Now, the max posts per day, or sorry, the max likes per day you want for this URL to receive. As default, we've got it set as 3. The maximum you can receive on any one day is 5. And again, guys, the reason we've got this restricted to 5 at the moment is because we've only got a few Facebook accounts in here. The same goes with Tumblr, guys. How many reblogs you want to receive, how many retweets you want to receive on Twitter, how many repins you want to receive on Pinterest, and how many LinkedIn shares you want to receive on LinkedIn. So this here is the total. So in total, I want to receive, say for example, 10 shares on whatever URL I'm going to enter, and I want them 10 shares to be split over so that I only receive 3 per day. So that's what that setting is there. So I'll call this mine, guys. As you'll see, you'll have a different icon up here, allowing or making you aware that, you know, this is a vote campaign. And just to let you know, guys, you can have 10 campaigns in total. You can only have 1 vote campaign, and in total you can have 10 in total. So for example, create campaign, you can have either 10 normal campaigns, or you can have 9 normal campaigns and 1 vote campaign. But you can always only have the 1 vote campaign. Now this is a restriction that we might remove, depending on obviously how everything goes and how the test goes as well. So I'm going to go over to posts. Now this is different to creating a regular campaign, guys. On this, obviously you'll have add likes. Now when you're adding likes, you can have a Facebook page, or you can have your own URL as well. Now it's a very good idea, guys, if you are using okay, we look after all the coding part and all the referrer part as well. But if you're using, say for example, you're going to be liking a website called bigseotechniques.com, then it's very important that you have some sort of widget or some sort of Facebook iframe code or something on your site that actually allows a user to actually click that button. Now the software doesn't need, I mean, if you enter any URL in here, it's going to go and like it. However, if Facebook turn around and trace it back and find that you don't even have a widget on your site, then it's just not going to look very natural. So it's a very good idea to actually have a widget on there. I'll show you the widgets that I've got. Okay, this is my website here, bigseotechniques.com, and as you can see up here, guys, I've got a small widget here. I've actually been using it on this and testing it out on this as well. I haven't used Facebook on this. I've used LinkedIn shares on this. As you can see, I've got a fairly large LinkedIn share. I've actually used Pinterest with this as well. Obviously, the Pinterest has only been a repin URL. Has been a Pinterest URL. However, I've actually got this pinned. I went and pinned this first from within Pinterest and then entered that URL into the system. So it's working fantastic. I'll actually show you them now as well. So we can actually go over to my Pinterest account as well. Okay, I'll go to Pinterest and I'll show you my boards, the ones that I actually got the repins on. SEO software. Okay, so this was one that I done it. I tested on, and this one actually got quite a few repins. And the reason it's got quite a few repins is because we were still testing, obviously. So we got 28 repins in one day, and it was supposed to be restricted to 5 repins. So obviously that didn't work out, and it's working now though, guys, so you don't need to worry about that. And this is another one, and this one's got 10 repins, and this was running yesterday and it was running today as well. So as you can see, we've got 10 repins on this as well, which is fantastic. So I'm going to show you how to set this up now as well. So with Facebook, guys, you'd have a Facebook page URL that you're looking to increase your likes on. Alternatively, you can have a normal URL, like you could enter your bigseotechniques.com website in here. But if you are going to do that, then just ensure that you've got a widget on there as well, so it looks much more natural. And a reblog URL, guys, that would be a Tumblr post URL. It's not going to be a Tumblr blog. It's going to be the actual post URL, and you'll enter that in here. And a retweet would be your actual Twitter URL. It's not going to be an external link. It's going to be your actual Twitter link. I'll show you what I've done on Twitter as well. Okay, just give me 2 moments. I'll just get this loaded up. So here's one here. We can expand this, and as you can see, we've got 11 retweets on here. Now what you do is you'd actually come over to your Twitter account. Well, obviously the very first thing that you need to do is have a Twitter account where you're going to tweet from. Now go ahead, make a tweet, and then what you do is you find the actual tweet URL. So I'm going to go on expand here, then I'm going to go on details. When I go on details, it's this URL that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be entering that into the system here, and then I'll save it over, for example. Okay, and repin, exactly the same, guys, as we just went through. Let's have a look at our Pinterest account again. It looks like I closed it. No, I didn't. Okay, I think I did. Okay, here we go. Now this would be a Pinterest URL. Okay, I'll just paste that in here so you can see. Aha, and with Pinterest, guys, when you do add a Pinterest URL, you'll actually choose a category that would be suitable for. Now, we've got a number of things coded into the system whereby it makes sure that it abides by these categories here as well, because don't forget, we don't want something that doesn't fit into a different category. So we don't want something like, I don't know, Apple inside, I don't know, technology or something. Oh, there you go, you got Apple Macintosh. Okay, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But anyway, we've got like a number of categories down here. I think about 9 in total. If it doesn't fit if it doesn't fit in any of these, guys, then just place it in other. Try your best to have it so that it fits. If it can fit, if it doesn't fit, then put it in other. And what the submitter does, it'll actually make sure when it is repinning on someone's account, if they don't already have a board created with this category, then it'll create that board first of all, and then it'll repin onto that board. And what you'll find in total, the maximum amount of boards that the system's ever going to make on your Pinterest account is going to be boards for these. And then after that, obviously, everyone that's going to be posting or entering Pinterest URLs is going to be either entering them in one of these here. So that's the max that the system's ever going to create. Okay, so I'll enter that in there, and a share, guys, is easy. You know, enter any URL you like that you want to share. This is a LinkedIn share. It doesn't make a note here that it's LinkedIn, but once you open it, it tells you that it's LinkedIn shares. So you'll enter your URL in here, and the same way that I made a note with Facebook, because they're external, guys, it's a very good idea to actually have a widget on your website or some sort of thing like that, whereby if the sites do trace back to the actual links or likes or shares or whatever, then they can see that you are enticing users to actually click the share link, I don't know, retweet, repin button. Okay, guys, and other than that's all there is to it. You've got a running process here as well. It tells you what the completion is on there. It's a good idea to have about 4 campaigns, have about 3 posts in each campaign, guys, because don't forget, the submitter is going to be waiting around for new connections, or the system's going to be waiting around for new submitters that have new connections, unique connections to log on before it can actually pass over your connections or your posts, sorry, for them to get submitted. So it's a good idea to have about 3 or 4 campaigns open and running at one time. Have about 3 or 4 posts in each campaign, and the system's going to be running, well, it should run real smooth for you. We've made a few changes to our submitter as well. I'm going to open the submitter and show you how that works. Now, obviously, with the submitter, guys, when you start this, when your computer starts up, it's going to automatically start up and it's going to start working. It tells you how many is available. It downloads available posts in chunks. So it really depends how many connections you have on how many it's going to be downloading. But altogether, it does do a good job. Now, what you can do is you can go to settings as well. You can test your accounts if you want to test your accounts, and it'll test your accounts for you. You can also, we've got a new feature in here called View Reports. Now, View Reports, guys, what that does, it actually tells you what posts posts have been submitted to your own connections today. And then with this, what you can do is, if you come over here, have a look through this, if you find something that's spammy, what you can do is actually click on it and click on Report Spam. Like I'll click on Report Spam here, and that's been reported to us now, and the moderators will actually go through, look at the post, and if they find it to be spam, then they will get that removed, and they will make the account holder aware as well. So please, guys, again, we don't want any affiliate links on here. We don't want any adult or porn related material on here as well, or any links to adult sites as well. And if you are going to be making these kind of links, guys, then obviously you're going to get reported now, and we're going to be encouraging users to really start using this because we want our accounts to last. And as you can see, you know, I've been making 300 or something posts to the accounts, and none of them have been closed yet. So we're doing a real good job, and it all really depends on the kind of content that we're getting sent out now. So if you're going to be violating this the system, you're going to be putting out affiliate links, or you're going to be putting out adult related links as well, then one of the users are going to pick up, and they're going to report you. As soon as they report you and we notice that you violated it before, guys, then we will have to remove you from the system to protect everyone else as well. So again, guys, it's a very cool system. It certainly gets you the social signals. As you can see from when I noted my that just looks real cool. I didn't have any shares before. I didn't have any pins before. I haven't done any tweets, and I haven't done any likes, obviously, but they can come through with the system as well. And we're looking to introduce so many more as well. We're still trying to work on Google+. It has turned out to be a very tricky one. And we're still thinking whether it is going to be worth adding the Google Plus in here as an automated service, or maybe have some type of manual process involved as well. But anyway, guys, this is how it works. You download your submitter from here. You've got a user guide and tutorials here. It might be an old video, guys, so please don't refer to that video unless it's this video that I'm talking on now. And other than that, your settings area, guys, enter your death by capture. Oh yeah, some accounts, some of these connections require capture, or they have capture protections when you actually go and make a post, make a bookmark, make a blog post or whatever. So it's very important that you have your death by capture username and your password in here as well. This strip HTML from description is going to be removed because we look after this ourselves now, and you can add your best spinner details in here as well. And to get the best spinner, guys, all you have to do is click on here. Oops, no, yeah, click on this link here, and you can exclude words here as well. I think we'll actually remove these excluded words because, oh no, we can keep them on there, guys, because that is related to your own posts. Okay then, guys, so it's very simple. Just come along, create a campaign, add 2 posts to that campaign, come along to add accounts, spend a little time to sign up to all of these, guys. You know, if you do sign up to them, the system's going to manage it all for you, and it's going to also ensure that you're getting posts sent out from these as well. When you're creating your campaigns, just remember that this setting applies to, for example, max submissions for each connections will be how many submissions will the posts inside of this campaign receive from each one of the connections. So for example, Twitter, Delicious, whatever, so it'll be 10 from Twitter, 10 from Delicious, and 10 from any other connections, and the max post per day will be 3 from each connection. So it'll be 3 Twitter, 3 Delicious, 3 whatever. And at the moment it's running very fair. You're going to receive just as many posts as you post as well, just as many submissions as you post, but that all does depend on how many campaigns you have running as well. So again, guys, a pro tip, have at least about 4 campaigns running, and have active posts on there as well. When you start seeing the campaigns, if I have a look at my own Bookmark Lovers account, my Bookmark Lovers Syndication account, sorry. Okay, if I have a look at this, guys, for example, 2 posts in here. Okay, that one's fine. Let's have a look at one that's nearly complete. SEO fantastic. Okay, this one isn't nearly complete. Here's another one, guys. When I click on here, it actually tells me what connections it's been posted to, and as you can see, it says fault is disabled. That means more than 5, or I think 3 submitters have failed to actually post my to submit my post. So all I need to do, I know this is false at the moment and there's nothing on my post, and the reason I know that is because I've already had 6 successful posts. So we did have a slight issue with fault. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on add post again. I'm just going to go and edit add post again, and as you can see, it isn't disabled any longer, and that will get sent out to fault again. But if I come over to this campaign, or if I've got 4 campaigns in here, I've got a number of posts, and I see that nearly all of them are like about, say, 70 or 80% complete, guys, then what we need to realize is we're actually waiting around for new connections and new accounts to log on and then get our post submitted that way. So having more campaigns, having more posts is going to benefit you by making sure you keep your submission count up. So as you can see, I've received 120 posts yesterday. I think the day before yesterday I had the day before yesterday had like 99 posts or something. So it does vary, and obviously it varies and depends on how many campaigns and posts you have as well. Thank you very much, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I really hope you can all come on board. And we're going to be opening the doors for limited time only, guys. Again, we're going to start clearing out accounts or users' accounts that are not adding all their connections. So the whole idea about this, guys, is for you guys to come on board, benefit from getting these social media links and everything as well. We've weeded out the majority of issues. We've already got 1,378 connections available. So you know, adding your connections will ensure we can benefit from them, and it will also ensure you can benefit from everyone else's as well. So this is a team game, guys. Please don't spam, don't put any affiliate links or any porn or adult related links on here as well, and we're all gonna enjoy, you know, some fantastic social signals. You know, we can start building up our Facebook likes and everything on there as well. Okay, guys, and please have a look at your posts as well. If you find anything spammy, guys, report it and we'll have a look at it, and then obviously with the feedback we get on the spam as well, I'll be able to make more notes on what we should be reporting as spam and what we shouldn't be. But if in doubt, report it. Just click that button, it's spam. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and please do sign up and enjoy working with the system.